Guys, I am so excited right now because today we are here on Severo's account to play with some of the fastest dungeon teams currently available. One of the best parts about this is that these are using SATH, the Fire Grim Reaper, after his new Second Awakening. I'm so excited because this was one of my first 6 stars that I ever made 6 years ago when I first started the game. So of course he has a special place in my heart. I'm glad to see that he's part of the meta. So disclaimer on this though is that he has Nyx. Now, most people do not have access to Nyx. However, there is also I would say free-to-play friendly alternative, budget alternative to Nyx is paying the Light Rakshasa. She prolongs the harmful effects, so she's going to extend those extend the continuous damage. She was a Hall of Heroes, so most people have her. Some people that started after she was a Hall of Heroes don't have her, but it is still a more free-to-play friendly, since she was a Hall of Heroes, alternative to the Nyx as we see in the team. So let's take a brief look at what the team does. We have Lucian here to clear the waves. We have Yaku here to do continuous damage to the mid-boss and the end boss. And then we have these two passively... this is to passively extend the continuous damage, and then this is to help the continuous damage do double the damage that it normally would. And then we have Tattoo to explode the continuous damage. So enough talking, let's actually see some of these teams in action. First up, we have Giants B12. So it looks like he actually took the Yaku out and put Yen in there instead. So one of the things with Yen versus Yaku is Yaku sometimes will ignore defense with skill 3, and if he doesn't ignore defense, he will do continuous damage. So it's random whether or not he does continuous damage or not. So it's most like it's kind of a, if he does the continuous damage, then the run is much faster because it just detonates the continuous damage immediately. Whereas if he just does the ignored defense, then this doesn't come into play, this doesn't come into play, this doesn't come into play, and there's no way he can get a very, very fast time, right? So this is looks like he maybe put this in for more consistency for that. Here are the runes on everything. Lucian's just on tons and tons of damage, and I assume everything else is going to be on fight runes. There's no skill 3 crit damage here. So that would actually, for you guys watching, that would actually lower the rune requirements if you have a skill 3 crit damage artifact for that. And then just all fight runes, just to make sure Lucian does enough damage to clear those waves, right? And then we just need the continuous damage, and then prolong the continuous damage, and then the detonate for the boss stages, the mid boss and the end boss. So we got an amputation magic, clears everything. Let's see if Yen does her continuous damage here. Okay, so she does do her continuous damage. Didn't quite do enough damage to kill. Did she miss one? Maybe she missed one. Let's see. Okay, so this can't be a new best time, but still a nice overall time. Extra continuous damage, blows up all those continuous damage. Look at all that damage. So this wasn't even the most optimal run, but it's still pretty nuts. Look at that. Still pretty crazy. Not even the most optimal run, and we are at 33 seconds. So this was actually what, 14 seconds slower than his best run. Oh my god. But that's still one of the fastest teams that you could even get. 33 seconds is still insane. Even with it making mistakes, 33 seconds is insane. Now on to Dragons B12, currently the rank 2 team, 8-team second team, very similar to the Giants B12 team. However, this one he's using Loke. So you have a few options for here for continuous damage. Yen is one of them. Yen, not the greatest in Dragons V12 because she's a wind unit, right? So she's probably going to miss a lot of those continuous damage. The thing with Loke, though, and we did a double Loke for Necropolis B12 for the LD only account. It's nice in Necropolis B12 because he's got random third skill, random continuous damage. The nice thing about it in Necropolis is that it's all for the boss. Like, there's only one unit in the last stage, and it's just the boss. So random is just all going to funnel into that one unit. So it's actually pretty nice for this. However, in something like Dragons B12, it's just random. It's random who it hits. And I hope that you guys understand that a lot of these teams, a lot of these fastest teams on the top of the leaderboards, a lot of this is just like, look at this. Like, a lot of this is based on just like hoping that the continuous damage all hit the right target. Or something like this team where this is using double Bethany and hoping that it ignores defense on the mid-boss. Just get lucky with RNG, right? Because it's all RNG based. Hoping that it ignores defense on the mid-boss. Hoping it ignores defense on the end boss. that it's not a consistent team, that these people are farming with these teams over and over and over and over again. It's just that they're trying to get on the leaderboard, so they're using RNG teams and YOLO and hope that one of these, they'll do like 100 runs, 200 runs, and like a lot of them will fail and some of them will succeed. And they just hope that some of the runs will actually, or one of the runs will actually get them somewhere on the leaderboard. And then some of them more aggressive than others, they're like, I'm just going to keep running. It doesn't matter if it fails. I'm just going to keep running and running and running until it actually gets like a couple spots higher, couple spots higher, couple spots higher. So this is an RNG team. It's a YOLO team, but still crazy to see. Still crazy to see how fast it can potentially be. So one of the things with this though is I don't think he actually has to hit all five times on the mid boss and the end boss to actually kill them. I think if he just hits a couple on there, like 2 to 3, should actually get them. Or if he just uses Spear Pierce. Well, actually, that almost worked. Okay, so we got our, again, RNG team. Let's try this one again, and let's see how it does. With a little bit better. I told you RNG team, though. Did I not just say that? As I mentioned, RNG team, we do need them to do their correct skill. So I took it actually off auto. We're going to do it manually. We're going to see what it does in the most optimal situation. But again, as I mentioned, not a team that you farm with at this super fast speed. Let's see. Oh, that's plenty. That's plenty. Let's do some of these. Boom, boom. Kills even on manual. I mean, like, I wouldn't manual dungeons, but even on manual, let's do one of these. Let's do Spear Shower. We just need to do a couple dots to the boss, and then we incinerate, and there we go. So that's best case scenario. I mean, again, not a team that you farm with, but 27 seconds. I just wanted to make sure we didn't get RNG'd. So that's why I manualed it. But even manual 27 seconds is pretty crazy. So anyway, very cool. Let's take again RNG team though. I wouldn't farm with this. I would make it a little bit more consistent by doing other things with this instead of this specifically for farming. Steel Fortress rank 20. Now, I was not expecting to see a continuous damage team for Steel Fortress rank 20, but yeah, let's see how it does. So it's fairly similar. It's using the Wind Dryad, which I think is a more reliable, more consistent unit for a dot team than something like the Loke. Let's see all those continuous damage, because she does also slows and attack gauge reductions with that as well. It's just part of her passive doing the continuous damage. So I thought it was weird because I really don't ever think of like continuous damage for this boss. So we actually got the tower dead. Nice. And then we have some continuous damage there, some more continuous damage there. We got a glancing hit. And that's dead. Tattoo just needs to use her skill 3 now. And we're fine. Never. Tattoo's like, no, I don't really want to do my skill 3. Well, he's gonna die anyway. Yeah, there we go. So this is Steel Fortress. It's not the rank 20 run, but it's still a run for Steel Fortress, 40 seconds. Let's see if we can actually see a better Steel Fortress run, though. Let's try to find a little bit better of an example for the best case scenario for this team. Deadly, as they do no continuous damage. Okay, you're lucky you did. You got a Violent Proc, Melia. You're very lucky you got a Violent Proc. So we need her to use her skill 3. Yep, fantastic. Oh, that's awesome. That's a really nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. So it's a 19-second run. That's kind of like almost the best case scenario on that run. PC 10 time. This is using Yaku instead of the Loke or the Melia. We can't use Melia. Well, I mean, you could use Melia in here based on your strategies, but again, all random. It's random if he does the continuous damage. It's random. It's not with Yaku. It's not random if he hits the correct target, because he's definitely hitting the correct target, but it's random if he actually does his ignore defense or his continuous damage. So this Nyx is going to take a lot of damage here. Lots of continuous damage. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. And beautiful run, actually. Beautiful run. Fantastic run. What is that? 21 seconds. That was a very close to the... Again, another one that's very close to the best time here. I don't think he really needs that, but really nice run. There you go, guys. Some of the fastest SATH continuous damage dungeon teams currently available. And again, just a disclaimer again, these are teams that are going to get you on the top of the leaderboards. These are not teams that you want to farm consistently with because you want a high success rate team for farming dungeons. You don't want a YOLO 20-second team. You want to make sure that you're consistently farming this way. You can auto farm. You can put it by the side. Slower is better when it comes to these, as long as it is more consistent. These teams are just for getting on the top of the leaderboard. So again, thank you to Severo. Very cool to let him show us his crazy dungeon teams. He also said that we could do some summons for him. So we do have a couple summons for him. Also, I got some of these. I got some Immemorial packs as a thank you for letting us show his teams. So let's see what he actually gets. Anything good? Some of those may be usable, right? I don't know what he has. I don't know how much he's we sell that. Okay, we're not getting him too much. We're not getting him too much. But yeah, I just thought it would be at least try to give him a thank you for letting us showcase the teams. I thought it'd be polite. I kind of want to do this some more whenever we show people stuff, right? So he actually did say that we could summon whatever he has. He's got 1 Ancient Transcendence. He has 5 LDs. He has 20 Wind Scrolls. He's looking for a Shongpung, I think. Only really want Wind Art Master. I'll be happy with any new toy. Well, the Ancient Transcendence, you're going to get a new toy regardless. So, what is he actually missing from here? Diana's not bad. So I mean, if we get a... Well, it's not always going to be wind. Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff. Wow. He's got a lot of stuff. You can get another pony. Okay, so Art Masters and ponies or these Slayers. So that's most likely what we're gonna get. No Sigmaris. Was a little bit okay. No Sigmaris. So he's only missing a few. You know what? Barbara would be fantastic. Let's get him either Diana or a Barbara or a Shungpung, right? That's the goal. Or an LD5. We'll take an LD5. Oh, let's stick some of this stuff in... Yeah, let's stick some of this stuff in storage. Let's do that. Let me stick all these random things in storage. This way we have enough space to do that. We can double Tianas. We can just keep summoning, but there's a little bit more lag, right? If we just summon directly into the storage, into the new... What is it called? The new whatever storage. The new monster storage. So, based on the way the code works. I don't know what I'm saying, guys. I mean, I know what I'm saying, but I don't know how I want to say it. Like, I know what's in my brain, but I don't know how I want to convey it to you. You guys ever have that problem? Like, no, Bagel, you're the only one that has that problem. Things in your brain are just haywire. Yeah, I know. Alright, so we got a Wind Mermaid. Not bad. Budget Shangpung, she has a strip and a defense break and a reset. I mean, it's a single target, but and no attack gauge reset. Can we get him an LD? I don't think he's missing any LD3s. With this monster box, I strongly doubt he's missing any LD3s. He's definitely not missing a Dark Imp champion. We know that for sure. Okay. Wow, he's got a lot of LD everythings. He's got a lot of LD everythings. Okay. A lot of LD everythings. I don't. The only thing we could possibly get him is some kind of crazy lightning. All right. Well, at least we get him something from Ancient Transcendence. Please be something good. Please something good. Not Wind Demon. Water's. I don't think that this is the one that he wanted. I kind of like him, to be honest. I have him on one of my accounts. I kind of like him. But I know a lot of people are not too crazy about it. He's got a water ignored defense. And he comes back from the dead. I like him. That's all I'm saying. He's like similar to the Dark one. Not as strong as the Dark one. But I think he's pretty nice, though. Anyway, again, thank you to Severo for letting us use your teams. Very cool. Very fun. Much appreciated. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And that's it for this one. Again, these are just RNG teams. These are not the teams that you want to consistently farm with, but it's still cool to see regardless. Anyway, that's it for this one. I'll see you as always in the next one.